To become a millionaire, I think there's a lot of misconceptions about that. And there are a lot of things that people that are struggling fail to understand. And the system that is built in America, if you don't know how to use it to work for you, it can work against you. So, working 2 jobs has taught me that you really don't need to have 2 jobs necessarily just to build a portfolio investment. You don't really need to. You just have to say no to everything that people are saying yes to. And sometimes when you're trying to do something different from other people, it becomes awkward. It becomes uncomfortable. Any choices and decisions that you make in your life, it's never meant for you to be comfortable. It's always going to feel awkward and uncomfortable. You're going to have people that are trying to criticize you, say it's no big deal, just live a little. And, you're always going to have people that will treat you differently, criticize you, because, you're not doing everything that everybody else is doing. So, but they're not the ones who is trying to plan to retire early. They're not the ones who's planning your future. They're not the ones that's looking at your bank account to see how much you have. I have looked up countless and countless of YouTube videos on building wealth and understanding wealth. And what I found out is wealth is like, understanding wealth is like a journey is a path that you have to learn on your own. And the answers you find, you have to find them on your own. That nobody else is going to really tell you. But they'll tell you things that they think or they know that no one else will tell you. See how that works? So, I also understand and I find out that a lot of people that became millionaires, with the consistencies and saving, it didn't happen overnight. But neither one of these people, or maybe new millionaires that are out there that we don't know about, they didn't have a mentor to mentor them. They didn't have anything. About 30. And they don't have anyone to guide them. They had to learn through trial and error. And even what they tried didn't work, they kept on trying. Only thing I can say is there are a lot of advice out there that people can give you. But if you don't have nothing to show for it, to prove that you are worthy of their time, they're going to look at you weird. They're going to think you're a strange individual. So, as you start to build wealth, the questions of how can I become a millionaire starts to become, where do I see myself between now and the next 5 years? If I buy this, am I buying this to see if I can afford it? Or am I buying this as an investor? Am I treating how can I stop working? It'll become of, I wish I had more money so I can get out of the rat race to, how can I stop working between now and the next 10 years of my life? Right? But you guys get the idea of where I'm going with this. So, what I could say is, that's kind of the position I'm in right now. Understanding how the money system works. And in order to make the type of money that you're supposed to make, you have to create a system. And a system that you create is, it's like you have to plan this, decide how you want to go about this system. Everybody's different. Everybody's financial situation is different. But one of the basic things I can tell you, then you have inflation that's been going on for the past 10 years of this country, maybe even longer. So the real question is, how can you start saving? What is the first step? Well, the basics is you got to cut out a lot of memberships. Get out of credit card debt. If you guys are buying Netflix memberships, YouTube Premium, and I know you guys get that because I got it too, because I hate the commercials. I like to get to the point of the video. And I know a lot of people got their YouTube AdSense on. But the only thing that I can tell you guys is that memberships that you have to make sacrifices and live below your means. And only get the things that you need. But the most important thing of building wealth, as well as everything else, pay yourself first. Treat yourself like a bill. Even if you pay, like get a high-yield savings account. Even if you put back, go get, buy some Bitcoin. You don't need to have $1,000 to do it. And I'm pretty sure there are some pretty decent apps out there that'll let you do it. You can put back, even if it's $50, $20, you just want to build up your wealth. But you also want to protect it. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial expert. I'm still learning myself. Because the way we were taught is to go to school, get that awesome degree so you can land a job. But at the same time, jobs are very scarce. Positions that you never known that ever existed are being taken over by AI. And the thing is with AI, it's taking over most of the jobs. Artificial intelligence. So the only thing you have to do is either, like the same that you do with inflation, either you adapt and adjust, or you get left behind. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are old school. They're used to doing things the old-fashioned way. But let's just say AI, let's just say that you're only going to get digital money, right? Let's say, for instance, that, they fixed it to where you're not going to be able to get paper money anymore through an ATM machine. And the thing is a lot of people hate AI because they see it as destroying the job economy. But the crazy thing is, even the biggest companies, Amazon, Mercedes, all of these different companies, especially Microsoft, Google, every call center, every business out there, even the world's top trillion-dollar companies are using artificial intelligence. Soon, it's going to take over within the next 2 decades, to the point where if you don't learn to use AI now and learn to, this is what I said about learning to adjust. Now, working a job doesn't guarantee you wealth. What you can do is learn the skills that you can learn from that job, whatever skill, rather if it's problem solving, rather if it's attention to detail, coding, or whatever the case, whatever the skill is. If you're good at that skill, start harnessing that skill. Keep practicing at it. Keep working at it. And over time, you'll get the hang of it. And then you'll start, perhaps you can do maybe a YouTube channel teaching people how to code. You can start your own business. If people need help with something on their computer, if it's glitching or something's wrong with it, or when you try to open up the internet browser, it won't open up. You can try to go into the terminal on the back end and do some coding on the side just to get it to work. So it's really not as difficult. For those of you that are interested in getting into IT, it's not as difficult as it sounds. Not to mention, I got some homework that I gotta do when I get off work this evening. But the whole point of this video is start now. If it's any time that if you wanna get out of the rat race, if you wanna get out of working for somebody else, if you wanna learn how to automate your money, use the inflation and the system to work for you and your benefit, you have to do your research. You have to learn this stuff on your own, because nobody else is going to teach you that. No amount of videos on YouTube is going to teach you that. They just tell you the problems that are going on, but they don't teach you how to solve those problems unless if you pay them so that they can share information that, that defeats the purpose of doing a YouTube video for, right? Right now, that's what the path I'm heading right now. And I think all of us we all gotta work, but you just wanna be your own boss, right? You can pick up a side hustle or some kind of a side gig that you can do on the side. Try to do something that you're good at, so you can get out of. That's the whole purpose of working these jobs, is to come up with the skill or to figure out what you can do to get out of working for somebody else. Because these jobs are designed for you to trade all of your years of time for money. So just remember that. I don't have much really to say here, but I hope this video reaches out to somebody. And just understand that doing something out of the ordinary that everybody's saying yes to, that you're saying no to, is, if you feel uncomfortable doing it, don't feel it's gonna feel that way. But that is a sign that you're on the right path. Be back to you guys with another video. Take care.